Bad Boy co-founder co-signs Diddy's alleged involvement in Tupac Shakur's murder. Former Bad Boy Entertainment president Kirk Burrows' explosive lawsuit against Diddy includes allegations about the death of Tupac Shakur. Burrows accuses the disgraced mogul of sexual abuse, coercion, violence, intimidation, career sabotage, and financial extortion spanning more than a decade. The filing also includes allegations about Diddy's connection to the West Coast rap icon's death. The lawsuit details Diddy's alleged unchecked jealousy of Tupac Shakur's rapid rise in the music industry, describing how the embattled mogul became increasingly insecure about Shakur's influence, which posed a threat to his own dominance in the hip-hop world. According to Burrows, Diddy engaged in smear campaigns against Shakur, fueling the rivalry to undermine the West Coast rapper's credibility and career. Burrows also recounts several instances of Diddy expressing frustration over Shakur's success and his friendship with the notorious B.I.G. These tensions are said to have pushed Diddy into taking reckless actions that contributed to the dangerous environment within the industry, eventually escalating to the violence that marked the infamous rivalry. The lawsuit further claims that prior to Shakur's fatal shooting on September 7, 1996, Diddy had been in contact with a West Coast record executive and various street gang factions, discussing the ongoing East Coast-West Coast conflict. Burrows alleges that a few days before the shooting, Diddy rented vehicles and instructed several men from Harlem to drive to Las Vegas, an unusual move given that flying would have been more practical. These men were reportedly not connected to the company, raising questions about the true purpose of their trip. Additionally, the lawsuit alleges that Diddy was involved in a deal with Dwayne "Keefe D. Davis, who is currently awaiting trial on charges of orchestrating Tupac Shakur's murder. Upon information and belief, Keefe D. was expecting a payment of $1 million, which had not been received, the filing reads. Reports suggest that this sum was promised as compensation for facilitating actions that contributed to the assassination of Tupac Shakur. Burrows contends that tension arose between the two after the payment failed to materialize. The complaint alleges that Diddy ultimately paid a courier to deliver the money to Keefe D., but the transaction failed, further intensifying the dispute. Burrows argues that Diddy's involvement in the events surrounding Shakur's murder may have been more than coincidental and questions the motivations behind his actions in the lead-up to the tragic shooting. Keefe D. was arrested and indicted in 2023 in connection with Tupac Shakur's death. He is the sole individual charged in the murder. In past interviews and his memoir, Keefe D. admitted to being in the Cadillac involved in the shooting and claimed he passed the gun to the back seat, where his nephew, Orlando Anderson, allegedly fired the fatal shots. In 2023, audio surfaced of Keefe D. revealing his struggles to get paid for Shakur's murder after Diddy allegedly offered $1 million for the hit. Keefe D. allegedly told Harlem gangster Eric Von Zip Martin to collect the money from Diddy days after the murder, but Martin allegedly avoided him. Years later, an associate claimed Martin had kept the payment for himself, which Keefe D. said led to his confession. Keefe D. also admitted to a failed attempt to confront Diddy at his Hollywood Walk of Fame ceremony in 2008. Diddy's former bodyguard, Gene Deal, also addressed the $1 million payment during a 2024 interview.